you guys on how to make a bulletproof coffee and how to make it to the best that you can make it, or the highest quality that you can make it. So what I've done is I've already brewed the coffee just to make things a little bit faster. We use P&G organic coffee. Obviously organic coffee is a must, I think, because mainly in places like South America and where they're predominantly growing coffee, or in the, I think they call it the coffee belt. So it's a part of the world where you can actually grow coffee, where it actually can grow naturally. A lot of the time it is commercialized, and the chemicals that they use is absolutely crazy. Like things like paraquat. Looking at that, look at how it can kill people. Within I think it's a matter of a couple of hours or days of exposure. So all this sort of stuff, and they're showing this through analyzation of the coffee, or analyzing the coffee, sorry, is that it's actually getting into your cup. And so you're drinking that stuff repetitively, and remembering that coffee is the second largest traded commodity in the world, and it's also the second most drunk liquid or beverage in the world, second to only water. So we're drinking a lot. I think it's like 300 tons or something a day. Enough coffee for every man, woman, and child on this planet is being consumed daily. So some people consuming 2 or 3. It's a lot. It's a lot on your neurohormonal axis as well. Okay, so what I've done is I've placed the coffee into here. So you just literally tip it in. You can make the coffee any way you want. That's fine. We choose to go like that. Next is I actually put ghee in. Okay. So I put ghee. Normally for myself, I'm a little bit of a fat hoard. I love my fats. I think it keeps me leaner. No hating in the comment box. So I put normally about 2 tablespoons in per 1 to 2 coffees, depending on how much I'm making. So I'd say 1 tablespoon for 1 coffee. Then I also add in coconut oil. Now coconut oil is awesome because what it does do is it kills a lot of the fungus or parasites or anything like that in your system, the microbiology in the system, or the problems that are going wrong with your system in that term, because it contains, I think it's lauric acid. Lauric acid, and Dr. Mary Ung was the one who actually came up, or actually found this out, and found how important this is for your immune system. So this thing right here is like a jar of immunity. And it's also been shown too, saturated fats, or predominantly saturated fats, actually do assist with thyroid or metabolism stemming from your thyroid. So it helps burn stuff, as well as this doesn't really store as fat. It's very hard for the body to store this as fat. It would prefer to use it as an immediate energy source. So that's why I like to have, especially in the morning or before I'm going to train, I don't like to have carbs that sort of slow me down and sort of make me feel a little bit dull. I like to have something like this, which is easier on the digestive system. I can have, gives me enough calories and gives me heaps of energy. All right, so I chuck this bad boy in. Now, as you can see, I put a fair bit. Depending on what I have, if I have more ghee, sometimes I'll do more ghee, sometimes I only do ghee, sometimes I'll do grass-fed butter. I don't preferably like that because I find that I do have a little bit of reaction to the lactose in there. Remember, ghee is just clarified butter, so it's got no protein or lactose, which is the majority of the problem with people with dairy intolerances. So I put about that much in, or sometimes just use coconut oil. Put about that much in, put the lid back on that, go across literally to the blender. Chuck the lid on, be careful, if you've just got a normal blender, it'll blow off because of the heat, so I just keep a little bit of a gap, or keep it aired. All right, hold yours for a second. All right, literally just blend it like that, and then she's ready to go. So 1 for Nora, the chica holding the phone, and 1 for myself. Now a few little tips before I get into it. Actually, you know what? I can't wait, I'll get into it right now. Awesome. A few little tips. Look, you should really focus on drinking your caffeine in the morning, or your coffee in the morning. If you're drinking it too late in the afternoon, the half-life of caffeine can stem 4 to 6 hours, and actually research is showing that it depends on the person now, so it can be even longer than that. So if you're drinking caffeine, sort of late into the afternoon, you're going to disrupt your sleep-wake cycle. So you're going to be too sympathetically activated, or you're going to have too much cortisol in your system, and you're going to destroy your sleep, meaning that you're throwing your whole body out of whack hormonally, or your biochemistry out of whack. So I would suggest that you make a rule of not drinking it past 3. For some people who are quite affected by the effects of caffeine, I would suggest that you don't drink it past 11 or even 10. One a day, I would say. If you're having any more than that, look, you're obviously not doing something right with your sleep or your rest and your balance and stuff like that. If you need more than that to wake yourself up, it's probably not a good thing. I would assess the rest of your lifestyle. So I'd say keep it at 1, keep it before 3. For those people who are sensitive, keep it before 11 or 10. And a few other things is that, just make sure that it's organic fair trade. It's better for the environment, it's better for your health. Make sure all your fats are organic and fair trade, and make sure if you're gonna have coffee, if you're happy with this idea and you think it's a good idea, then go ahead and do it, because a lot of the time when you're having caffeine, and as it's been shown too, some of the amino acids in coffee that stimulate your neurohormonal axis have such an acute reaction that it sort of goes, your energy sort of goes up and then you go down and then you sort of crash. So I would suggest that you do stuff like this to release or put it on sort of like a slow drip in your system, so you get this nice subtle energy boost. You don't have this acute up and then down phase. So that's that. Give it a shot, guys. Let me know how you find it, and I'll see you next time. Laters.